Intensification. 5. Where were you when you oughta have been praying? Rishikesh was unreal. A man now seemed familiar in comparison. Cows, bells, incense, monkeys, heat, heaviness, shit, paintings, colours, colours, colours. We drove through the streets at an alarming speed, but it was clearly the norm, so no need to worry. The couch-surfing host driving the car was unpleasant. In his 40s, he bragged about the restaurant he owned by the Ganges, where he was taking me now, and about white, specifically, girlfriends he had had in the past. Russian girls have the craziest sex. I've dated a few Russian girls. I'm getting excited just thinking about it. Ha ha, I responded quietly. The car felt small. We arrived at the restaurant, the most westernized place I had seen since arriving, like a wonky imagining of Greece. There was a wall painted with a green garden, blocking the view of the Ganges beyond it. He traipsed in, ordering the young waitress to get us drinks, get us menus. He told her to stop looking so grumpy, to smile. He asked me what I did for work. I'm a waitress, I told him. He dropped me off on the roadside after lunch, and I walked through the chaos of ashrams and animals and bells down to the Ganges. India was the place I had expected might knock my atheism, if anywhere could. I had wondered, would I reach this holy river and feel different, feel connected? I reached the water, and I didn't feel anything. It just looked like water. I sat and watched the Ganja Aarti, chanting and more bells, smoke, flowers. It was beautiful, but only in the way man-made things are beautiful, which was actually very beautiful indeed. That night, the host convinced me to drive up the mountains with him to see some impressive view. In hindsight, this was reckless of me, but at the time, I didn't care. There were many moments on my journey where I didn't care what happened to me, climbing up canyon sides with shitty shoes, or getting wasted with strangers. I had trained myself so well before not to care about what was happening to me, because I had no choice anyway, and the residue of that lingered. So we drove into the mountains. We drank whiskey, very expensive, looking at the lights of Rishikesh in the distance. The host continuously brought up sex in conversation, which I had little response to. At some point, he told me about another ex-girlfriend, Japanese this time. I tried to break up with her, so she told the police I beat her, and they put me in jail for a night. The police believe anything women say. I told him that I personally knew this to be untrue. Then I cried. For some reason, I told him everything, and he listened in that awkward way some men have. He gave me a hug, a kind one. On the drive back, drunk, he turned off the car headlights and raced down the winding, pitch-black mountain road. Sinnerman by Simone blared on the radio, and I laughed my head off.